Our Mike Seidel is live in Boston right now with a closer look at what travelers need to be prepared for this week. And Mike, what was your personal experience? I imagine you flew, you didn't drive into Boston.
No, we didn't drive. We flew Sunday. Rather, can you imagine getting caught in that mess Saturday in Atlanta with the incident? Anyway, we flew yesterday, no problems. Plane went out on time. East Coast weather's fine. And the bottom line is we hope that you have that kind of experience for your travels over the next few days. Weather is going to be a minor issue at best. Up here in the Northeast right now, we do have some wind delays at Newark because of the wind northwest going across the runways, which run about like this, northwest, southeast. So the winds are cutting across at a right angle. As a result, they've got that flight delay program till later on this evening. We may see that again tomorrow in some of these airports like Newark and LaGuardia, Reagan, maybe up here at Logan. Right now, the winds here are gusting about 20 miles an hour as temperatures tumble through the 40s. As far as the rest of the country goes tomorrow, no issues. Basically on the airports or on the roadways, with a few exceptions, a little rain in Seattle at SeaTac, and then the localized lake effect wrapping up tomorrow morning outside of Syracuse and between Buffalo, Erie, and Cleveland. Wednesday, the top travel day by far for flying and driving. And again, I-95 between Boston and D.C. will turn into a literal parking lot. But again, no rain and no snow. And the winds will die down. So it's not going to be a weather impact. It's just pure volume. New York City roadways Wednesday afternoon expecting 4 to 5 times what they typically see. And then hopefully everybody gets to their destination by Wednesday night on time. And Kevin will keep an eye on the rest of the weekend. Right now, though, no blockbuster storms in the lower 48.
I don't think anyone's complaining for that forecast. Our own meteorologist, Mike Seidel, is keeping an eye on the conditions in Boston. Mike, how are things there in Boston now that it is especially dark here?
Well, when the sun goes down about 4:15, yes, it is blustery. The winds have shifted to the northwest behind that cold front, which brought us a little bit of rain this morning, less than a quarter of an inch at Logan. And that northwest wind already causing some issues, minor issues at Newark International Airport, where the runways, here's how the runways run at Newark, like this. And then we've got the wind crossing it, almost at a right angle. So we do have a ground delay program from the FAA. Average delay is at 40 minutes, and that'll continue this evening. We may have some of the same issues tomorrow with the same wind direction, same runways, and we'll keep an eye also on LaGuardia. Meanwhile, the rest of the country tomorrow is fine. Little rain in Seattle, that morning snow we've talked about, Syracuse, Buffalo, maybe some de-icing there, and down towards Erie and Cleveland, although Hopkins is not in the snow belt, so they may get away without having to do any de-icing. But other than that, we go into Wednesday and no problems at all. No weather issues, no big blockbuster storms through next weekend at this point. So driving and flying Wednesday, as you know, Chris, a lot of folks hitting the roadways. I-95 from Boston to Washington, even with 3 to 4 lanes, sometimes turns into a parking lot. But weather will not be an issue. No wind, no rain, no snow.
All right, meteorologist Mike Seidel, thank you so much. Our meteorologist Mike Seidel traveled to Boston to keep an eye on conditions there. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Chris. No problems this evening here in Boston. Not expecting any major issues in the Northeast. Now, right now, we still have that ground delay program at Newark. Average delay is about 40 minutes because of those crosswinds from the northwest. Some of the same issues we're facing tomorrow. So if you're flying out of the northeastern hubs like Newark and LaGuardia because of the runway setup and the northwest winds, be advised, check with your air carrier. Meanwhile, nationwide tomorrow, no big headaches anywhere on the roads or at the airports. Little rain in the Pacific Northwest and some snow overnight and tomorrow morning along 81 north of Syracuse, and then 90, the snow belts between Buffalo and Cleveland. But that should be winding down. The advisory goes into the morning, and that'll be it. Wednesday, the biggest travel day of the 11-day window between last Friday and next Monday, where 53.4 million expected to travel, 90% by car. Wednesday looks terrific at the airports and on the roadways, too. I really couldn't couldn't get any better than what we're seeing on the forecast maps for Wednesday, whether you're flying or you are driving. So with that said, we'll keep you updated for the tail end of the weekend. But Chris, no big storms on the docket. Looking at the latest European and American GFS models, they don't indicate any major storminess into the first part of next week. So that is a good thing if you're worried about Sunday and Monday getting back from your destination. But stay with us for any potential changes, because as we know, the forecast does change occasionally.
It certainly does. And of course, we're here to keep an eye on it for you.